18th, 1993. Saturday. This is day one of our voyage. Just got to the dock and we're getting everything ready to start our sail. It's going to take about a week, we think. This will be our travels. See how we do. Any words of wisdom about the upcoming trip?
Stay afloat.
Stay afloat.
That's the best plan.
Okay.
You know the tactician sweats? When you as crew go tactician, we're maintaining your course, but that tanker doesn't seem to want to let us through there.
We have to steer around.
What is your decision, tactician?
Steer around.
Steer around?
This is the Salty Dog 2 boat that we're going to use. We're leaving Milford Harbor and hopefully arriving down in Sassafras Sailing Associates.
Chesapeake Bay.
Georgetown, Pennsylvania?
Maryland.
Pennsylvania. Either way, it's a long way from here.
Bill left a message that he's available after 1 o'clock. He wants to come over and talk things over. I guess he forgot you weren't there. So, should I say it's Kathy's responsibility now?
Where's Mom?
Certainly.
Any words of wisdom for us?
Bon voyage. Words of wisdom.
Don't give up the ship.
Don't go right.
Make sure you don't make a left turn at Sandy Hook and head toward Europe and Africa. Also, when you come into a slip, remember to put the bumpers down.
That's good.
Mm-hmm.
Good advice. I like that advice.
Just good sailing. No goofing around.
See how calm this water is right now? It should be this calm.
But we don't have a lot of wind. That's our problem right now. Is that you can see that flag is just
coming out of the
not waving that strongly. So it's going to be a slow start.
From again.
That's the old one.
The old house. Okay. It's easier to
12 o'clock now. We're finally leaving the harbor. You can see the Milford Coast Guard ahead of us, leading the way from the harbor.
Now, I guess the real question is whether or not people are just charging more money.
Headed out to Charles Island. We're going to head around Charles Island, around one of the buoys out there, and then turn right, head toward New York City. There's not a lot of wind. Doesn't look like we're going to do a lot of sailing today. Do a lot of motoring, but we'll see how far we can get. We hope to get all the way to New York City to City Island tonight. But from the looks of everybody, we're not too sure on doing a lot of sailing.
This is the tactician, calm, relaxed. He knows where he's at. 3 days from now, we'll see how calm and relaxed he looks.
Hello, and Jeff taking us.
Are we truly under sail yet?
No,
We're under sail, but we're under power sail. We have the motor on and the sails up.
Don't show anybody that.
Just because we have very little wind, but we're slowly going by. We're near Bridgeport. In fact, you can see the ferry that travels from Port Jefferson to Bridgeport coming up. Actually, it's going to follow right behind us. But yeah, that's the Long Island, Port Jefferson, and Bridgeport ferry.
When you
We've come
see
closer
the eyes
than that.
of the people who are in the...
Yes, that's actually pretty far away for what we're used to. Hopefully we'll stay on course and maybe we will get a little wind.
If we could get a good course to stay on.
It started to rain a little bit, and then of course we had these two guys with their wetsuits on.
Let's go.
All ready to spend all day in the rain. We didn't get too far because there's still no wind. We're still under power, but it was raining for a little bit. Now it's kind of stopped a little bit, but these guys are ready. What's that light that was down there by Bridgeport again?
It was Penfield.
Penfield Reef.
Penfield Reef.
And then up here we...
Stratford Light, Stratford Shoal.
And then up here is the Peck Sledge. It's hard to see it.
We want to be
Peck Sledge. It's hard to see because it's kind of cloudy right now. But it's a lighthouse that looks like it was just put on a pedestal. It's right around the Norwalk Islands. These are the Norwalk Islands that we're about to head to. In fact, that's the buoy that we're looking at, R24. Try a little fun, try a little fishing. We're going way too fast for trawling, so it's basically skimming across the water. We're doing worm water skiing right now. So we don't have a worm, it's just a little something to do on the boat. Since we have plenty of time. And it's taking us forever to move. Picture that lighthouse, see how close we can get to it. Maybe in a little bit we'll get a little closer.
Right.
Lighthouse at Green's Ledge, but then there's also a little lighthouse attached to a house over there that's unmarked on the maps. It just says it's a tower. Not really sure what it is. But, that one is Green's Ledge over there. So how long do you figure it'll take to get to City Island?
About a week.
About the week. To City Island?
About a week, yeah. We're planning to be back for Thanksgiving.
Actually, we're just hoping to see as far as we could get while it's still light out. That White House that's unmarked, I don't know what it is, but it's attached to that little house. Somewhere in between Green's Ledge and the other ledge. It's right around Norwalk. Norwalk Stack is right there. On Stamford, you see the Stamford light there. The city. Back there, it's all cloudy. You can't really see too well. That's where I think we are. There's the maps. Looking for a nice harbor that we can go to tonight so we can anchor. And when they end up drifting around here or getting too dark, we don't know where we are. Now we're following this other boat down to Long Island Sound because basically, I don't know if you could see this, but way down there is the city. You see some of the bridge. Probably can't see it. Dark out here, but as long as we're going to be with this boat. Where is it? Right there. Oh really? Well, we'll figure it out. We may be up for quite a while. Can't see anything, but we just dropped anchor on the west side of City Island. That's let's see, we'll turn back around. That's City Island right there. Probably can't see too much but just a few lights, but there's a lot of boats around us. And we're about to put out the grill and have a little barbecue, and we'll be off again in the morning. Vlog day 2, Sunday, September 18th, is that right? 19th, 1993. It's
Which
sunrise.
way do you need for me to go, Tom?
This is where we anchored last night.
You need me to go forward?
About to pick up the anchor.
In a minute, okay.
Because we were heading off early to leave this area. Ready to pick up the anchor. Because we were going to head out over there to go underneath the Throgs Neck Bridge, which is just over yonder. The Stepping Stones Lighthouse out there. It's on our Texaco map, what that's supposed to be. And we are coming around, and we're going to be going around the Throgs Neck Light, which you see is right there by the arrow. That content. right around the bend. It's a big tower, and then you can see the bridge right there. The Throgs Neck kind of runs right across there. So we're going to be going right underneath that. Downstream. Can't see it because it looks like it's been dismantled because we think it's right on that point. And we don't see it. But right there, it looks like it's a little pedestal maybe or something where it might have been.
It looks like there's something on the top of the roof there, like a basket or something. Yeah.
Right. And they probably have taken it off since the map was published. But anyway, that's, what is that? That's the SUNY Maritime College. Right on the edge of Throgs Neck Bridge. From the Maritime Academy, the boat. This is the Throgs Neck Bridge.
I was in Astoria, and there were guys fishing for stripers there, and I said, do you eat them? He says, oh yeah, they're good here because the current is so swift. And the fish kind of come and go, and the fish are up can't eat. He had gray hair, looked like he was about 75. So
Now we're going to clear the bridge. It's going to be awfully close. Looks like we're going to make it.
left of the barge.
Just left. Oh, there it is. Okay. So I'm aiming for that day mark, basically.
After we get through the Throgs Neck, our next journey is to the Whitestone, which is just up ahead, right past that tug.
That's a good fishing boat, too. Come on, man. We just walked
Through the Whitestone, and here we are near, actually, LaGuardia. And proof enough is that you see jets flying over. They just fly right over. See, that's where they're coming from. And up ahead, that's Rikers Island. That's the prison. We're gonna go around that. See the Twin Towers in the distance. And we have to hit some few more bridges. And we're watching out because there's a lot of junk and debris in the river here. Some old tires and some old barges. Never know what's floating in there. But it's still early. It's about 8 o'clock maybe.
8 o'clock Sunday morning.
8 o'clock Sunday now?
8 o'clock Sunday. We just finished with the sunrise service.
Sunrise service. And blocking our wind right now is an old mansion. It's just, looks like it needs a little help. Coming down the river. Triborough Bridge hit a whole bunch of swirling currents, and it's kind of pushing us back. Big tug next to us. It's a huge barge. It's not going too fast either. Struggling. Looks like we're moving pretty good, but look at the land. Like we're just basically standing still. Head around the bend is Astoria Park.
Ward's Island.
Ward's Island over here to the right. Triborough Bridge. I guess this is all part of the story. Where Grandma is from. Bad here, we've been stuck in this current. All the engine power we have, we're not moving an inch. In fact, try to look at a marker, see how fast we're moving. We're actually moving maybe like inches, not inches, maybe moving backwards. Not much. Been here for about an hour. We're wondering what to do next. And Any ideas? Any ideas?
I don't have any ideas.
Tom?
I think if we stop going backwards, that would be a good step. I don't think I want to be here 2 hours till the tide change. I think it's our tactician who should have gotten us through this point. I think our tactician.
Through Hell's Gate. We're coming up on the Queensboro Bridge. It seems like there's a lot of activity going on for a Sunday. Glad to see a blimp up in the sky.
I don't think this is part of Sloan Kettering here, where it looks like a fort
Along the East River.
What is Sloan Kettering? Sloan Kettering is a cancer hospital.
New York Hospital along the East River. Really? We think Mom may have been born here. We're not sure. It's a big hospital. You see people along the shore.
Yeah, don't know what to do. They'd be afraid.
They're probably going just as fast as we are.
It's the
A
food
lot of people walking along the shore. Big blimp about to hit the hospital. Hey, wake up! Just not. There's people staring at the boat. Like they've never seen a ship before. A lot of people dancing, jogging, up and down, whole side. Kind of a fun day. It's a warm day. Much better than yesterday, that's for sure. On the side of the river. See that every day. Urban graffiti art, whatever you may call it. All of it. Right near the Queensboro Bridge. We're about to go underneath it. Right by that island and a church or something. There's a better shot of the Empire State Building. Here's the Empire State Building. Another one was the Chrysler Building. Fine. Up there to see if we get some ice. New York to see a motorcycle rally. There's a globe with a plane on it. Motorcyclists are just going round and round and round. See them all on the bridge. They're going both ways. Going about, how fast are we going, Jeff?
Going about 6 according to that.
It's going about 6 knots. It's keeping up with us. This guy's slowing down, although he doesn't look like he's dressed for it. He's a firefighter. Number 6. What a softball field for you, right there. Williamsburg Bridge, Brooklyn Bridge, and up ahead you can see Miss Liberty Bridge, World Trade Center. Going right underneath. On Pier 17 you see a couple of big ships. Tall ships. Ellis Island up there.
Ellis Island, yes. Got a small craft, but crap.
And Statue of Liberty there on our starboard side. Nice shot. Huh? Statue of Liberty. Turn back. See, we're leaving at Nile. Wind has picked up quite a bit, so we're under sail now. It's leaned over a few times. It's a good sail. Good day.
Hi, gang.
Somewhere that just came best. Oh, there it is. Just missed us. We had the right of way, so he had to move around. Yeah, he didn't see us at first, but we showed him who's boss. A near miss by another raider who tries to stand our ground, but we know what's going on, and we have to avoid this. We'd hate to do some serious damage to the ship. Staten Island ferries are in the, this is all Staten Island up here. It's a Chinese ship. We are sailing outside the coast of New Jersey. Basically on the Atlantic Ocean. I don't know if you can hear me a lot because there's a strong wind. We're moving about 7 knots. We've got the wind behind us. We're using the spinnaker as actually like a reaching jib. Let me see if I can turn around and get a shot of the spinnaker. It's pretty full. It seems like we're moving pretty good. Let's say we're moving about 7 knots. We're heeling over a little bit. Occasionally the wind takes us over, but we got a good skipper. Knows what he's doing.
Just missed sunset, but we thought you'd like to see the colors anyhow.
Well, good morning, number 2. Monday morning, lovely sunrise. Tactician's still getting up, not quite going yet. This is where we anchored for the night. yacht basin. Fuel and bait. Ice. What else do you need? This is where we'll be heading today. South.
This is the bridge we just went under, part of the inlet. We've gone through many bridges. You have to get on the radio and call the tower and tell them you're coming up. And then they say hold on a few minutes, and then they open their bridge for you. Stop traffic and everything. It's about our 5th bridge we've been through. And heading south down the waterway, we're going from marker to marker. As you can see, we're passing a marker now. We just look for those down the way, point to point.
We're gonna make this first one here, huh?
We got 2 bridges going under.
I wonder why that is.
The second one opened up
Maybe
for us.
snow on the bridge? Or just don't figure anybody's on the bridge.
Okay.
Clear?
Yep, clear.
You went to sail on the
Motorboat coming up on our left.
We just came out of the Intercoastal and we're on our way out to sail on the sea for a little bit because we're headed down to Atlantic City. You can see that in the distance. About a mile away, we're going to come in to a port right before it. It's been an exhausting day. We kind of didn't spend a lot of time in the Intercoastal. It's glad to get out in the open water, although it's not a lot of breeze out here. Day 4, Tuesday, September 21st, 1993. In Atlantic City this morning. It's raining, so we're gonna take a late start down the Cape May.
Under the
We're
camera?
gonna head out to the ocean to start the journey. We're out on the Atlantic Ocean now. We just left Atlantic City, and the ocean is got about 4 to 6 foot swells here, so
hang on.
occasionally you'll see that. That's why the camera is rocking a lot. We'll try and see if we can come out here and see some of the waves. Actually, we're in a calm point right now. We're not bubbling around too bad. But occasionally a wave will come up and really throw us for a loop.
Sue came across the sound like
Susan
that.
wanted.
Oh yeah?
Susan would put a life jacket on.
Were you motoring at that point or sailing?
Just motor. I had taken the sails down just coming out of Port Jeff Harbor. Here comes the big one.
Yeah.
Drop over the backside.
Not even behind us. Did the boats come out of the harbor?
No.
Behind it. I don't even see.
Our friend is going down on Cape May.
He decided to go back route.
In the ocean.
You say he was coming in the ocean?
Yeah.
He's got a bigger, more stable boat.
Huh. Atlantic City out the window.
As long as you're in the
You could, you can see it.
Things are pretty secure in there.
So we got nets
Only got about 6 more hours.
and holding everything. Clamps to hold the maps down.
I think I have the dock will be open then.
We'll be crawling up the dock on all fours.
Were you recording?
Back up a little bit. Not yet. get a little tired. Coming up to the second inlet after we left Atlantic City. Well, we've hit a big raspberry. There's a bridge down there. It's only 35 feet tall. And we can't get through it. We're about 40 feet, so we have to backtrack. We're going to end up losing about an hour and a half each way, so it's only about 3.5 hours we're going to end up losing from this. We're going to have to go back out on the ocean and take the Egg Inlet all the way down to Cape May out in the water. It's kind of drizzling, it's kind of not very good weather out. It's calm here, but it's going to be rough out back out there. Not a very fun day. A lot of bridges make it easy. They have drawbridges and we can get underneath. But that other one just is a fixed bridge. We couldn't do anything about it. This is the 9th Street Bridge. We're going to have to hail them and tell them we're coming back. We need to get back under it.
Straight. 9th Street Bridge, 9th Street Bridge. This is a Salty Dog sailing vessel approaching from the south.
Gonna get you every time.
Captain radioed back, the bridge center radioed back. There's modern computer equipment, that's why it's taking so long. But he's opening it, so we're through now. Meant we had to come down only one stop to Great Egg Inlet because it was because we went into the intercoastal and got blocked by a bridge. It's too rough of seas to go back out to head to Cape May today, so we stopped in at a marina and we're gonna just spend the night here, wash the boat up, do a little bit of cleaning up, but we'll start a new day tomorrow and hopefully we'll have bright new day. Hopefully we'll have some better weather and situations will turn for the better. Ship's log, day 5, September 22nd, Wednesday. We're a little behind schedule now because we had to stop up in this little cove because we couldn't make it down to Cape May last night, but we're gonna head out there now. It's early in the morning, about 7:30. We're gonna head out to the ocean and all the way down the coast. Way to Cape May, we see Coast Guard.
It'd be served.
Yeah.
Just aim
Training
for the flashing
exercises.
red lights.
So it's training
See the white
exercise.
light?
The helicopter
Right on the
coming down to a boat. We're gonna hoist somebody up, or I think it's just training.
The lights will retract in front of
There's
us.
some part of the day of Valencia.
Yes.
We're in the Cape May Canal. We just came in from the ocean and we actually stopped and got some groceries, and then we're taking this canal that cuts off the,
I've got
the
that
edge
at
of the edge of Cape May. Back there's the Cape May ferry. I think we've taken that one time down the dock.
I think so.
Big ferry.
And then we can, bail off in either direction, depending on where we are when the thing gets a little...
The Delaware Bay. It's a long bay. Hopefully we can get pretty far up it because we're trying to make up some time from the other day. A lot of wind. We are in the middle of the Delaware Bay. As you can see, there is no land to be seen anywhere along the horizon. We went all the way around. I'm going to turn this off before everybody gets sick. Boats like these that we have to worry about out here. See, he's a big tanker. You don't want to mess with him. Although we have the right of way. Nice thing to put the old radar detector blip on. What that does is cause other ships with radar to detect us better because it bounces off of that. Because it's got the right angles to it. We're thinking of tomorrow's plans.
That's 5 hours, 25 miles.
We leave by 7, 8-ish.
Yeah.
5.
I think we want to get early because we just don't know how long it's going to take us.
Chris, I found a couple more bottle rockets.
We still didn't get our oil, so maybe we'll blame. We realize that we're a little bit low on oil. We're gonna have to go tomorrow and find some oil. Ship's log, Thursday, September 23rd, 1993, day 6.
Are we sure it's the 23rd?
Yes. Here we are on the Delaware River. We just moored out in Little Cove for the night, and we're going to be heading up the river, or up the bay, to the C&D River. Hopefully it won't be too long, and we can get up there within several hours, because we want to use as much wind power as possible, because we're a little low on oil, so we want to conserve the engine. So we luckily have a good wind, and we put the big sail up.
Those are the two ships that Chris wanted to try and sail between.
Yes.
But the crew outvoted him. He's still mad. He still thinks we could have made it.
He's got a picture. He finally got his picture on the TV.
Right. And this is, we gotta get his picture out here.
Hey, he's on the TV.
We're in the, whoop, that's the cap floating in front of us here. Gotta get that out of the way. We're on the Delaware Bay. That cap.
Get the power plant.
Oh, wait a minute. Delaware Bay, we're probably about halfway up the bay or so. That's the boom. No, more than halfway up the bay. There's the nuclear power plant. Can't tell. The picture I get is black and white. I don't think the smoke is green coming out of it. We'll find out when we play this back. Oh, a little bit bouncy here, not too bad. Let's see. What else can I show you quickly? Waves. We do have the big sail up. I'll lean this way. Good picture of the sail and the waves. And that's about it. Wait, I'll give you one picture forward. Still things. The other one has passed way back. But Chris is still trying to challenge this one ship here. We'll see. It's gonna be close, but we should make it. I hope so, anyhow. Let's see. Gonna be close.
There for $60.
This is Delaware City. We just left there. With,
Well, whatever you spent in a hardware store.
where we did our engine repair.
spent $10
We
on
had to
hardware.
do some engine repair on the way because we thought we were lack of oil, but we're not really sure that that was the major part. The major part was this pipe
We
that
got
had
a,
busted.
we got a
So
big
we
experience factor, all of us.
went to Delaware City, stopped at a marina, actually went out to a store, bought the new pipes, and put them back in. And it took about 5 hours. And we're finally underway again. We're gonna be entering the Chesapeake and Delaware River any minute now.
There's one more green.
This video at all, but if you could, you would see
They are.
oh, there we are. You would see that we're headed down the C&D Canal, and they have lights up and down the river, almost like a runway, so we know exactly where to go. The only problem is they do let tankers in here through, but we hope just during the day only, because then we'd have to move out of the way. There's a few bridges, and you can see the height of the bridges. Well, you can't, but they're real high. We're along the Chesapeake and Delaware River. We stopped to anchor for the night. It's a little tiny cove right on the outside of the canal. I'm trying to set the anchor. Can't really see. But, it's a bunch of those 3 lights there. Other ships there. Those are the mast lights. And you could see part of the Chesapeake Bridge over there. That's the bridge that we picked up at the other edge of the canal. We're just starting to get everything together to go to sleep for the night. So you can see we've got a lot of stuff to stow. This is where we came in. If you can see up on top, that's the canal, and we came from the right, came in, and we're in this little tiny cove. It says anchorage available. Ship's log, day 7, September 24th, 1993, Friday morning. Waking up in the C&D Canal, or right off of it. We had quite a few other boats with us this morning. Skiing around, you see that there was quite a bunch anchoring out here. We don't know how to get out, or the best route to get out. We know how to get out. We were waiting to see if one of these boats was going to go first. I'll just follow. It is early in the morning and we're leaving. It looks like we have our chance. We are going to follow this guy out our shore. Duck float. Pictures of Chris sailing. Didn't get many of those, so we throw one more in here. This should be the last day. It's Friday morning. We're finishing up with the C&D Canal. We should be in the Sassafras River sometime around lunchtime, we think. Anyhow, look around, passing past Thomas. Looking at the edges of the canals. Looks like the leaves are starting to turn. It's probably be a nice little trip, a couple weeks. Look at all the leaves turning.
No, those are trees dying, Jeff.
What's an E flashing mean?
There's another sailboat that was anchored with us last night. Doesn't look like any commercial traffic coming down the way. It should be a pretty clear morning. Okay.
This is into Georgetown.
Making one last repair.
One last repair on the boat. We're almost at Sailing Associates. That's the restaurant on the corner. I think it's somewhere around here. We'll be up for it shortly, but there seems to be a little trouble with where we're supposed to be. What dock number? Just going to find out. Here we are, finally at Sailing Associates. It's got a fixed dock, so we have different type of lines. But we finally made it. It's about 12 o'clock now, Friday, 24th. Our journey is over. We had a good time. A little rough seas, a little engine trouble, occasional grounding, but we made it in one piece. As the final logs are over, this journey is done.
Want to have a sandwich?
No? Just some final words about the journey at all?
Final words, we're here, we're all safe, and we made it basically on time.
Okay.